Hello YouTube, RJ. In this second part of our diode tester that we're building, we're going to go ahead and make a case for it. We're going to silk screen it, we're going to assemble it, and we're going to take a look at our final product.
Okay, we're on my computer desk over here. This is the box. This is the top here of the box that I've chosen for our diode tester. It's a little bigger than we need, but it's the best I could come up with. And what I've done is I've mic'd out this and then came up with on the computer a design. I'm in my Rhino 3D. I've laid out a design of where the holes need to be cut out. First, I did a outline of the size of the box. That's the big rectangle. And then I laid out what I thought would work. Then I went to the laser and I took some scrap wood we had and I cut it out and used as a test to make sure things would fit. Made a few mistakes as usual. One, I made this hole the size of this hole, which that pot won't go in there. So, but it allowed me to line it up, and I can see it fits. Made sure the posts line up correctly, that I don't hit anything with the circuit board, that the switch fits in, the screen fits in. Had to make the screen a little taller here. The way it clips in was a little too tight. So I've updated this, and now I'm saving it out to my USB key because I'm going to go to my wife's crafts room where the laser's at and cut the top. So I'll pick up in there. Okay, here I am in the craft room on the notebook that runs the laser, and I have imported the file. That's the lines you see here, and then this is an image of the box sitting in the laser machine. Here we are. You shot what I'm talking about. Here it is in the laser machine. So I'm using an X-Tool laser, and I've built a custom enclosure with a lot of features for it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to line all this up. It'll take me a minute to get it all lined up, so I'll come back when we're ready to cut and we'll give this thing a cut. Okay, we're cutting the plastic now. You see the smoke coming out. It's hard to really see much, but you see the line there. It is cutting the plastic lid, and the fans are pulling that toxic smoke out. So I've got a very good vacuum system in this unit. You can just, if you look, you can see it bowling out the back over there. Uses cross ventilation. Pulls air from this side, where we're looking now, pulls it out over there. So it's already cut through. I wasn't sure how many passes or how much power, how many passes make, so I've overdone it. It's going to just go around. It'll just clean the edge a little bit is all. But it's already cut that hole out. I'll speed this up and let you watch the whole process. I'm taking way longer than I needed to on it. So here we go. That's us finished. Okay, now some of these plastics are really toxic to cut on the laser. It makes pretty bad fumes. That's why I built this thing the way I did. It's exhaust outside has an extremely strong suction stand. So whenever I cut this plastic up, I leave things in there for a while. Make sure we cycle a number of cycles of air through there, make sure we get any toxic stuff out. So I'll pull this out, I'll leave it in there about a couple minutes, pull it out, and go test fit things. Okay, here we're back at the desk. You can see how clean the holes that we cut, right where we want them exactly. And now I just need to clean this thing up, make some artwork for our silk screen, and get the lettering silk screened on, as I did in the video from the voltage reference that we built. So if you want to see how I silk screen, you can go over to that video where we built the voltage reference voltmeter tester and see how I silk screen. So I'll get this silk screen and we can assemble this thing.
Okay, here we are with the silk screening done. Didn't turn out perfect, good enough for a one-off. is what the product looks like. I wanted to show you before I put it in the case. Here's the bottom side. There's a little circuit board. As you can see, it's mounted by the post directly. Got a waterproof seal on this particular case. Got our multi-turn pot, our switch, our board, and then of course our little cheap voltmeter, milliamp meter. So let me get this together and we'll come back and we'll try it out. Okay, I've got the unit assembled and complete. And I've put a short wire across here so we could calibrate our current. And you can see on the low end, I've got it all the way turned down. It's 1.2 milliamp. See what we can get her up to. You notice that with the multi-turn, very fine control. It gets faster and faster as you go up in speed. As far as how fast it goes up, you see it starting to go faster and faster up. Still gives you very fine control. It's very easy to control. You get a little bit of movement. Let's see what we can max out now. 53.7 looks like. Okay, so let's set her. We're going to test at 10 milliamps. So let's get 10 milliamps. And now no matter what we put in, it should get 10 milliamps current. Okay, now I've got a pack of 1N5711 diodes that I'm going to use to make our diode mixer, and I've pulled 3 of them out right off the bat. I've used a few in the past, but grab the first 3 off of them. Let's take a look and see what kind of variations. So hopefully get a little bit of variation here that you can see. So turn her on, and you just take your diode. If you're going to do a through hole, just take a diode, push it up against there. 7.15, okay, and 10 milliamps. .20 at 10 milliamps. So a little difference. Whoa, 6.87. So you see how much of a difference you can see on diodes. So what I'm going to do now for the next video is I will go through all of these diodes and sort them out. Hopefully come up with at least 4, a group of 4, maybe a couple groups of 4 that are on the money. And in one of the upcoming videos, we'll start building a mixer and testing it out. So, hey, thanks for hanging with me during this build, and hopefully you enjoyed this and got a little bit of entertainment, maybe learned a little something. If you want to get more content, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the like button. All of it helps me grow the channel. And we'll see you in an upcoming video where soon we'll build a mixer using these diodes. Got a few other videos coming out too. If you want to catch all my content, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the like button. All of this helps me out. And comments are very welcome. I answer my comments. I've got some pretty good ones, good questions. Sometimes I come back to the bench and do additional testing based on the comments. And I always like to hear from you guys. So have a great one. Thanks.